Hello everyone, Man Without a Dollar here, back to another episode of GRIME. So, last episode we died to the little boulder head guys, and have to go. Oh, don't have an air dodge yet. But anyway, as I was talking about with Castlevania, now that I'm not trying to take in my environment, I'm trying to get back to where I died. It's very mixed bag with Symphony of the Night, because now I'm going through the inverted castle and getting out the rest of the relics, because you get some of them in the first half, and then you get the rest of the abilities in the second half in a more non-linear session, where at that point you know where everything is already. You have all the traversal abilities, and it really doesn't matter to a degree of where you go and what you do, because the inverted castle, as opposed to the original castle, it really requires you to use all of your vertical movement abilities. And back to GRIME, Figuredals or Time Knight losers of this game because that guy is not here. So not only is he unique, he's important to progression, so he won't respawn. So the game probably wants me to go. Wait. Nail. Oh! That's cool. But anyway, with Symphony of the Night, it's a mixed bag, because yeah, you get all these abilities and you can do all the vertical movement with them, but the other problem is that now you have to rely on the bat form, the mist form, and I did not go down before, so maybe there's something down here. Very incomplete. Nice. Ooh, secret path. You're gonna. Debris field. Okay, we'll have to look at all these later. But the one bad thing about Symphony of the Night is just the fact that when you die, you can lose a large chunk of progress, and it's not the fact that you die and you have to backtrack back to where you were and have to regain something. It's just the fact that, okay, I don't know why I try to absorb that. But it's just the fact that that when you have to backtrack back to where you were, you have to backtrack more than just your physical progress. You have to backtrack everything that you picked up as well. So you have to remember what exactly you picked up, which is super annoying. And you can say it's kind of the same in Metroid. Oh, got the pants now. Because Metroid follows the same example of where you have these specific save points, and if you die, then you have to redo all your progress. But I have to watch my health because it is super low. And we will actually go back to our yep, like in the... Ooh, now we got the gloves. Oh, and there are set bonuses. Okay, so they allow you to use them for cosmetic means, for fashion, but for all extents and purposes, you wear them for the stats. Nice, another hunt point. In any case, Symphony of the Night is good. Like, it's a good start for people who want to try and see if they like the Metroidvania style, because Castlevania is like much like Metroid. It's the one that pretty much started it all. Like, that's the one that made the whole genre of you slowly explore the map, you slowly get more traversal abilities so you can explore more of the map. Blood metal splinter. So I wonder if that's our conversion to weapons by the breathsmith of the world pillar. Unlike level M, blood metal can be worked into objects, strengthening them. Okay, so these are our titanite shards. So we gotta keep an eye on these. But in the same vein, it's like if people want to get into Metroidvania, psst, over here, shimmering one. This wall can't be broken from your side. You can get here through a path from above. But, oh, and here's another bonfire. Destroy challenging prey to gain their hunt point. Invest hunt points into traits from inside of surrogates to unlock their power. Traits are acquired by destroying prey using absorb. Greater challenges, greater rewards. Gotcha. But again, it's the same vein where people can say, you know, there are better games in the genre to try out as your first sort of Castlevania or Metroidvania, I should say. Like, you could have them play. Oh, damn! Playing Nintendo controls over here, pressing B instead of A, but. I'll press L to walk slowly. Why would I want that? Is that like if I have to go across, if I have to sneak or go across like fragile ground, I can do that? And it gently pulls on nearby vulnerable surfaces, revealing hidden paths. That's interesting. Just 20% of incoming damage after failing to absorb an attack. Probably be later. Once plus 30%. Actually, we'll go with that since we are wearing the full set of that. Killing attack damage the attacker, 40% benefit from resonance. Ooh. Okay, let's go with that. So, we'll do that. Actually, and then we'll do 1 health. Like, for example, you could play Metroid. Ow, dang it. You could play any of the Metroids. I would say probably a good one to start with. Maybe I don't know, maybe Samus Return. Samus Returns on the remake on the 3DS wouldn't be too bad as a start. Simply because they have a few quality of life things, and there's a skill that makes it so that you can find hidden walls and things easier, which is sort of the other annoyance of Metroid games, where there are things hidden in the walls, but you have to hit it somewhat exactly right. New prey found. Again, I can dash. Okay. Okay. Here's another Titanite shard. Let's see. Well, I guess on the vein of Symphony of the Night, if you want to play more of a hack and slash, like more action RPG, there's Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Good lord. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which, gee, sounds familiar. Yeah, because it's pretty much the same people who... Dang it, heaven again. It's pretty much the same people who made Symphony of the Night, so where now they made it with new protagonists, like whole new characters, but same idea where you go through a castle, a mystical castle, trying to fix kind of the wrongs that were fix whatever is going on in there. Not today. Motley Pearl. Oh, we need 4 more of these. Nice. But what Ritual Night does... But what Ritual of the Night does that makes it better than Symphony of the Night, despite them being in the similar vein of no like base healing items like Estus Flasks or what have you. It's because you can make meals from the items that the enemies drop, which makes fighting enemies that much more beneficial. It makes you actually want to fight them more, because not only do they drop materials that let you upgrade weapons and upgrade other passive skills, and also your magic, because that helps you help you fill out your builds better, but also allows you to have ways to heal yourself in the middle of combat if you need it. Gloriously anatomical one. Wow, he keeps adding on to that title, doesn't he? Ooh, I'm so disgusted by my disgusting brethren. How dare they attack one such as you? It's not your fault they are misshapen and disgusting. Let's dump this pitiful place together. But first, you will need to get past the biggest ugly of them all. Oh, the first boss, the tutorial boss, or rather the test. Break through his ugly face! If that wasn't a hint, I don't know what was. Weep. For the being. For the form. Oh, I'm pretty much right next to the bonfire. But Ritual of the Night is fun because you have all the different weapons, same thing as Symphony of the Night. That's one. Oh. Dang parry system. Okay, but what? That's what Symphony Night does better. It's basically the same game where you kill enemies, you level up slightly, and get some benefit out of that. I have no idea what it does. I just know you level up and you get better health and mana, and you get more from beating bosses and by picking up the vials, and other containers get more mana and whatnot. But maybe slightly more health. Okay. Or actually, let's see what other items we have now. So, can be used in a circuit to extract hunt points from a trait. So we have 2 of those. An expression of mingling of the parent and the other. It tugs gently on the essence of things. Okay, so now we have Ardent Sand consumable. When used, the next absorb grants 100% more breath. And that's how we get our heals. Nice. Okay. The awareness to want, but the inability to take. This pile of sand desires form and breath. Then we have debris field. When broken and scared, is held up by these spirals. Field reduces incoming damage by 15% for a duration. These stones seem strangely attuned to the vessel. A lot of nails. Let's go down for these. Follow the eye. Thrown to explode upon contact, dealing moderate damage. Eyes are volatile, the mark of both unformed heresy and the child. No one shall confer with a creature possessing eyes. Its endless want will bring doom upon you as well as itself. Oh, so that's why you keep saying I'm, like, quote-unquote perfect and anatomically perfect, because I don't have any eyes. My head is literally a void. Excuse me, sorry. But... oh wait, no, it's... good lord. But... and even though it's still annoying sometimes, since you can save somewhere, do something, die in like 2 hits, and then lose a bunch of progress, it's not as damning as it was in Symphony of the Night, because you had better ways to heal yourself, and you had better ways to make more heals and kind of buy more ingredients to do it and whatnot. So it all kind of worked together in tandem. Okay, absorb there. Okay, absorb there. that. Okay, there's that. Okay, wait for stamina to come back. Uh-oh. Okay, absorb. And done. Second try. Nice. Almost messed it up again. Great Prey crushed. Ooh. And I think this is gonna be the Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring example where once you kill a boss, you get another bonfire? No, I'm absorbing his essence. The most epic fashion possible. Prey hunt complete. New prey found. 10. Ardor increases the amount of mass gained from defeated foes up to 100%. Ardor is gained by crushing or absorbing prey. Ardor is lost upon taking damage. Exerting appetite. Taste for more. Okay, so risk reward kind of thing. That's neat. It's definitely like these very fast weapons. Even though I do like the strength weapons, kind of like the impact of them. Like I always like the great swords in Dark Souls because it's like a balance between strength and speed. And stuff like Castlevania, I like the speed aspect more. I like the speed aspect more simply because it helps me deal out more damage and helps me stay mobile. Okay, so there's obviously some ability in here somewhere that I meant to get to progress farther. Oh, chiseled one! Oh, now I'm chiseled. Look what I found for you in the meantime. Sacrifices? More followers to serve and bask in your perfection. This one is Boulderhead. It doesn't say much, but if I tell it to do something, it usually does it. And this is the other Boulderhead. It doesn't say much either, but look how well I painted its misshapen face. Very good job. I call them Boulderheads because their heads kind of look like boulders. I don't think they get it though. Hee hee. You must be heading to the palace. That's where all the other finely crafted rocks are, like you. There's a lift in Lithic that can take us there, away from the broken sky. Let me come with you, and I promise to be helpful. You'll see. Why am I wary of him already? But the one problem with Castlevania is that it's not going to be for everyone because it doesn't tell you anything. Like there's barely any story other than the bare bones of Alucard looking for Belmont. That's it. And then what other stuff you can glean from there other than it being Dracula's castle and my god. Oh, that's him walking, that wasn't me. Oh my god. What in the world is that? Oh, that wasn't me that did that. Unformed desert. Oh, and here's a bonfire. Lost vessel. When your vessel is destroyed, you lose all ardor and the lost vessel forms where it shattered. Destroying a lost vessel mends the current vessel and returns half of your lost ardor. Discarded, it can no longer be worn, yet there's still value in its flesh. Nice. I feel like a little wisp that comes out of me as I walk. That's cool. Ooh. Oh yeah, I should probably activate this before I start exploring, because that's the other thing you have to remember in Souls-like games, that when there's a bonfire, rest at them. I have 1,000. So, if I eat that, then I should have enough for a couple levels. Grow. So, I wonder, I don't know if we're going to get any more resonance scaling weapons, but I'll probably level up dexterity, or maybe not, maybe we'll just level up. Yeah, I think we'll level up health, get some more. Actually, I kind of hate doing this. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll get more stamina there now. It's a good even 2-2, 1-4. Let's see what's behind here. Okay, so there's got to be some power that makes me smaller, because... Oh no, this is the other side of that. There's got to be something that allows me to absorb or suck up any items that are out of reach. That's a big face, because... Yeah. I don't know. Paint a slab. Stone born of the broken sky, you will be welcomed in Lithic. I got all that from that little crayon drawing. Picture's worth 1,000 words. It stopped. It never stopped before. Never. Oh no, where did it go? I was drawn to the echoing cries above. So long ago. I lost myself in the tune of its sorrow, willingly, eager to drown in another's woe rather than... No, they're back. The head noises. The ones only I can hear. Weeper, where did you go? Oh, so these are like the other little praying dudes. We're gonna ignore that happened. Ardor increases the amount of mass gained from defeated foes plus 3 ardor per kill, plus 2 ardor per absorb, minus 2 ardor on taking damage. Ardor does not affect bosses and mini bosses mass gain. Nice. Wretch, 1 out of 8. Fossil Fist. Okay, so that's our first strict. It's a dexterity weapon? Oh, I guess... I mean, I don't know if it scales differently because of that, but... Anyway. Fossil Fist. Such like lift vulnerable prey upwards along with yourself. Still rock formed in the shape of clenched fists. Interesting. I mean, but I guess this and Dark Souls kind of... Not this, Dark Souls. Castlevania and Dark Souls both go hand in hand with each other because you have... natural progression of being able to do more damage, and you get to a point where you go, okay, I can handle these guys easy, no problem. Where Metroid is kind of like, okay, yeah, I can fight these things, but now it gets easier later on to become really powerful because of all these new abilities and moves that I have. Jesus These rocks are falling all the time. And the abilities make you stronger, be able to do combat easier, goes hand in hand with being able to traverse to different places and get more of the map. Where prey found. Okay, so I'll have to absorb those, but where this, your traversal abilities are often just that they're meant for traversal more than really any better combat prowess or anything of the sort. Sand and more nails. Oh, I did not hit up. Grab the ladder. Nice. Alright, getting the hang of it now. But where Dark Souls 1 is kind of the only one that kind of fits in the whole Metroidvania style, simply because you have interconnecting maps, and you unlock doors, and jeez, that reaches really far. Anyway, interconnecting maps that as you go through and you beat bosses, you unlock different paths to... Yeah, I know, you told me that. And now you have more of the map to go through, and you open up shortcuts to get through the map easier and whatnot. The main problem with Dark Souls was that you only really had that Metroidvania feel in the first one up until you got to Anor Londo, because then after that it got way more linear in the end game portion, and even though it's what Miyazaki intended. Aerial Clawhound 1 out of 3. Okay, finally got the hang of that. Even though I'm sure it's what he intended to a degree to happen, I don't know if it was because he ran out of development time and he was just like, you know what, this is good enough. Living rock. So what is that? Can be crushed to invigorate the vessel, increasing force duration by 25% for duration. Oh, so these are our God, I forgot what those are called. The green weed things, whatever. Don't follow unformed. Hound. Two more for those. Need a bit of ardor. I see. But that was like the main gripe I had with Dark Souls, where I played that again, and even though it was a fun experience to go through there without the... Why am I doing this again? I already grabbed the social thing there, but anyway. I went through without using the master key, which was... which was a way to bypass certain doors because you could unlock certain doors early without needing to get the actual key for them. The problem with doing that was that you bypassed what's that guy for? You bypassed a big portion of the game, and then you kind of missed out on some of the interconnectivity, and you got to areas early that you weren't supposed to. Okay, note to self, I can't absorb that. But I think we'll end the episode there and pick it up in episode 3. Yeah, because jeez, I don't even know where the map beacon is for the desert. But I know there's going to be a lot to go through this area. But we will pick it up later and pick up a discussion on Dark Souls and kind of the Metroidvania aspect that was half lost with the newer entries, for better or for worse. So, see you guys next episode. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. See you again.